This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network. TalkSport. Powered by fans.
And there it is, that's as good as it gets on this stage. Nissan Townstar EV strikes again. It's an unstoppable van, unstoppable.
Just fantastic. You can actually see the Pro Pilot technology in action. Effortless parallel parking.
It moves with all the confidence that comes with a 5-year warranty.
And with a bench full of all-star van experts, there's real strength in depth here.
That's all-star quality.
Search Nissan Townstar EV and visit your local all-star van centre to see for yourself.
Terms and conditions apply. 5 years or 100,000 miles, whichever comes first.
Pro Pilot is an advanced driver assist technology. Driver's responsibility to stay alert, drive safely, and control vehicle at all times.
Hey, I'm Ryan Reynolds. Recently, I asked Mint Mobile's legal team if big wireless companies are allowed to raise prices due to inflation. They said yes. And then when I asked if raising prices technically violates those onerous 2-year contracts, they said, "What the f*** are you talking about, you insane Hollywood ass?" So to recap, we're cutting the price of Mint Unlimited from $30 a month to just $15 a month. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 up front for 3 months plus taxes and fees. Promo rate for new customers for limited time. Unlimited more than 40 gigabytes per month. Slows full terms at mintmobile.com.
About tennis or cricket, that's what this show is about, Monday to Friday. But today, big news. It's a bit of change in the programme, but it's important for us to talk about this. So Blues have this afternoon announced that their new head coach will be the former Tottenham Hotspur assistant Chris Davies. Now, he's taken this job on a 4-year deal after Tony Mowbray decided not to continue as Blues boss because of health reasons. Now, Craig Courtney from the Tilton Talk podcast is here now with me on the show. Craig, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
First question's got to be, his name of all names, were you expecting that?
No, not at all. You know, it's a name that had been bandied about with a few other teams. I think Swansea were very, very heavily linked with him at one point, and then it started circulating yesterday that he was in the running, and personally, it's a very, very, very good appointment. I think it's just the right fit for Birmingham. With their rebuild.
Why do you think it's such a good signing? Why is it such a positive one in your eyes?
I mean, firstly, we haven't just gone for a name. When we look at some of the names that were bandied about going through the interview process, and I think, you know, from the announcement you find out that 1,000 names were put in there, dwindled down to 40, and he's come out top, shows you that he's the right person. But the thing for me is, he is eager to prove what he can do. He's done very, very well as number 2 to numerous parties. In Liverpool, Celtic's record with him, I know Scottish football's different, but to come away with back-to-back triple wins and being part of the coaching staff there, to be part of Brendan Rodgers' team at Leicester and Liverpool as well, shows that he's got the pedigree to take us forwards. And I think this is an opportunity for him to shine, and very similar to that of Kieran McKenna when he was at Ipswich. You know, he picked them up, took them from the First Division, then back-to-back promotions into the Premier League, and, you know, that's where we want to see Birmingham. We want to see them back in the top league, and 4 years, it's a big aspiration and a big shout-out by the club to say, we're backing you.
I mean, it's a very important thing to talk about, the idea that, you know, Kieran McKenna has made such a great impact at Ipswich, and hopefully then, I would assume, every Blue Nose expects the same at Blue. So maybe this is a bit of a project to uplift the whole team.
It's a project. I mean, the owners themselves have set the stall out. You know, they don't want to be in this league for any longer than they have to be. They want to be back into the Championship, and they want to be fighting to get out of it. But I think the key thing is, we've got to be realistic. You know, every team that's in that league is going to be looking at Birmingham and thinking, this is our FA Cup final this weekend. You know, they're going to want to beat us. They're going to shut up shop and make it very hard for us as we go forward. So it's going to be no walk in the park, but in a strange way, I'm really, really, really excited. You know, I know we've dropped the division, but I'm really looking forward to this, and let's build that winning mentality.
Well, it's interesting because my first thing was to go straight to social media. That's where you're going to see people really expressing their thoughts and opinions, right? And a lot of people, from what I have seen so far, I mean, I'll ask you in a second what you've seen, but so far it does seem as though a lot of people are kind of embracing this as bold and ambitious and really refreshing from the usual suspects. That's literally the words, the usual suspects. I've taken that from someone's, you can't say tweet now, can you? Someone's post on X. Because like you said, 7 bosses now in 10 months. And let's not skim over the fact that the one and only Mr. Rooney was one of them. So this is more about what they can bring rather than the big name. What have you seen from social media? Is it all positive?
Yeah. I mean, the first thing is that people have said straight away, we haven't just gone for a name. We haven't gone for somebody that may well have got the experience, but actually are they going to bring what we actually want? And that's what I'm seeing the most coming out of the social media posts. And it really is across all areas as well. It's very, very positive. And I think this is the first of many announcements that hopefully we'll hear from the club over the next, few days and weeks that are going to cheer us up and get us even more ready for, like I say, a very tough season next season, but one that, for me, people are looking forward to.
Well, you began the 2023 to 24 campaign with John Eustace, now entering into a new season with Chris Davies. This feels like a very, very early question to ask, but is this the guy that's going to take you back up again?
I hope so. I really, really hope so. And I think the other thing is the fact we want to get back up there, and we want to get up there with a bang. The club have massive backing from these owners. They have huge aspiration, and they want to take us and they want to make us big, and we want to be there ourselves. So let's go for this. I've already seen comments, we're going to get 100 points, we're going to win the league. That sort of thing we don't really hear, and haven't heard for a long time. So it could be wishful thinking, but I really do hope not. And I really hope that come this time next season, we're talking about getting ready for the championship and being there, hopefully, as champions.
Well, is it wishful thinking, or is this a possibility? That is the question. Craig, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being on the show. That's Craig Courtney from the Tilton Talk podcast. That's what he thinks. And that's kind of what we've summed up from others and seen on social media. What do you think, though?
And there it is, that's as good as it gets on this stage. Nissan Townstar EV strikes again. It's an unstoppable van, unstoppable.
Just fantastic. You can actually see the Pro Pilot technology in action. Effortless parallel parking.
It moves with all the confidence that comes with a 5-year warranty.
And with a bench full of all-star van experts, there's real strength in depth here.
That's all-star quality.
Search Nissan Townstar EV and visit your local all-star van centre to see for yourself.
Terms and conditions apply. 5 years or 100,000 miles, whichever comes first.
Pro Pilot is an advanced driver assist technology. Driver's responsibility to stay alert, drive safely, and control vehicle at all times.
This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network. TalkSport. Powered by fans.